Warning, listening to the Fairly Oddcast may result in one or all of the following: stuffy nose, itchy genitals, sudden weight gain, blindness, rectal bleeding, inability to speak to horses, explosions, being kicked a lot, being looked at funny, and or an urge to drink heavily.
Welcome to Fairly Oddcast. I'm Adam Watts.
And I'm Mark LaValle. I got nothing this week.
You got nothing this week?
I didn't even think of it. I forgot about it.
It's because we just got back from a concert.
It is true. We did get back from a concert. My ears are still dull.
It's hard to think still.
It is. Brain is rattled. We
But
were standing right near the bass.
The
Bass
6x6 bass cabinet.
Yeah.
So 36 feet of bass.
We had about 3 hours of irregular heartbeats because
Yeah,
of...
I'm pretty sure my heartbeat has changed officially because of it. But it's a good change. It's changed to the bass beat of Big Sugar.
Big Sugar, Gordy Johnson and the boys.
So that was excellent time. And it's a special day because it's your birthday. We're
Yep.
recording on your birthday.
We are.
Hence the reason we went to the concert too.
Yep. It was an excellent show. For those of you who listened that went, I posted a couple times that they were coming, so I saw a couple people from the Facebook world there.
I saw one.
If you want to count, I saw 3.
And we didn't even recognize him at first.
No.
He
we had no
recognized
idea
us.
We had no idea who the fuck Matt Lent was.
But as soon as we got close enough to see him,
It was the beard.
yes, the beard totally threw us.
The beard and the glasses. I'm not used to either on him.
Yeah, I guess that probably could have done it too.
Yeah.
Good show though.
Fantastic show. They're always great live, and they didn't disappoint by any stretch of the imagination. It was fantastic. There's only 2 songs that they didn't play that I wanted to hear. Dear Mr. Fantasy, of course, and Ride Like Hell, but they played everything else, plus new stuff. The opening band, shout out to the Balconies.
Holy shit, they were good.
Yep. I may search them out and find some of their stuff.
Just a band from Ottawa, but fucking great.
Yep, just a 3-piece, 2 dudes and a girl.
And the girl's the singer
And the guitarist.
Nothing hotter than a girl that can sing.
Yeah, it's true. Except a girl who can play guitar. Like that.
And she can do both.
Yeah.
Smoked too much tonight.
Yep.
A little tickle in the throat.
Exactly. She was far too thin, though.
She was.
Do you know what's sad about that? The fact that the bass player, one of the guys, was thinner than she was.
Oh, I don't know if she was thinner than her. She was heroin addict thin.
Yeah, but he was Ethiopian heroin addict thin.
Yeah.
For a dude.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that for sure.
His legs look no bigger around than my wrist. And I mean, I'm fat and my wrist is pretty chunky, but it's pretty poor when that's somebody's leg.
No, good time. I might be too old for concerts now, though, because I was getting angry with people.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Drunk people were pissing me off. I think if we weren't 35 and 38, if this was a decade ago at 25 and 28, before we were parents,
Yep.
there could have been fisticuffs.
There could have been.
And I mean, like, old-time fisticuffs. Like, I would have grown my mustache out into handlebars, shaved my head. That kind of old fisticuffs.
Yeah.
The upside-down
Tally-ho.
fists.
Yeah.
Slap somebody with a glove and challenge them to a duel.
It was terrible. I don't understand. I mean, I've never gotten drunk at a concert. Maybe once.
I don't understand the point.
And
I don't get it.
There were some people that were stagger around drunk. Like, one guy looked like he fallen asleep on his feet. I mean, how are you enjoying the concert that way?
I don't think they are.
I don't get it. Like,
I don't think they're there for the concert. It's just they're there for an excuse to drink.
yeah, but there's got to be cheaper places to drink. I mean, Christ, a can of Pepsi was $3 freaking.
It was. Yeah, beer was 5 something and a shot was 6 something.
And that beer, that was a can? Because they had both, right? Were they both?
I think it was a can of beer in a glass.
Okay.
Oh no, because I saw
they,
people with.
they had bottles at one of the other bars.
I think they poured bottles got poured into glasses.
Yep.
And cans you could take with you.
Yes, that's true, because I did see cans on the floor. Stepped on a couple.
Yeah.
Had one spilled on me.
Yeah, I know.
Luckily, only on my foot.
I'm not one for buying concert T-shirts because they're usually ridiculously overpriced. The only time I ever have bought a concert T-shirt before was I bought one for the somersault, which
I was
we
going to say,
discussed
you had a
last week.
somersault shirt. I remember that.
And
the cricket or whatever.
Yeah, and I bought one for Bad Religion because they were $20.
That's all right.
And it actually had a list, like it was a real tour shirt. It had all the dates on the back of it.
Nice,
And
yeah.
it was only $20.
That's cool.
But I picked one up tonight. I was going to grab a T-shirt because they were only $25, but then saw the hoodie for $40. And it's
That's
like,
a good price for a concert hoodie.
But it's not really a concert hoodie. It's just a Big Sugar hoodie.
A band hoodie then.
So I asked her, like, I was worried they wouldn't have fat size. So I said, listen, I need a hoodie only if you have fat size. She goes, I only have double XL. And I said, I'm your man. So got myself a new hoodie. Might put the Element 1 that's falling apart to rest.
I didn't realize how bad that was.
I'm not going to throw it away. That thing has memories.
I mean, I knew the sleeves were bad, but I didn't know it was wearing out in the stomach as well.
It's wearing out everywhere, man. That thing has kept me warm at the beach after surfing. It's kept me warm snowboarding. I've built shit outside with that on. Like that thing has been through the ringers. And I've had it for. I had it when I lived in Frederick Street.
That's been a while because I lived in Millwood for 5 years, and you beat me
I've
to
had this
Sackville by
house
2 or
for
3
like
years.
7 years.
Exactly.
So I mean, and I wear it almost every day. So I mean, you want to look at $80 hoodie? I've worn it for 7 years, almost every day. The cost per wear on that thing it's free.
Yep, pretty much.
So I can't throw it away. It'll never get thrown away. It'll get put in a closet. It'll get brought out for special occasions. It'll be a drinking hoodie or something. I do have sometimes drinking clothes.
Yep.
But since I gave up drinking, that will probably never happen again. It'll just have to be a party hoodie. That just seems stupid.
A hanging out hoodie.
Yeah, it'll be like we're going to a bonfire. Or, my PEI hoodie for when it's cold in the
We're
evenings.
going to a bonfire. How often does that happen?
When I'm in PEI, it happens a lot.
You're in PEI for a week.
Well, there's a week I can wear it out of the year.
All right.
Just a dick. Just because it's your birthday doesn't mean you can be an asshole more than usual.
What I thought really funny about the memorabilia table, is that what you'd call it?
Yep.
Where they were selling stuff anyway, was the fact that they had at least one copy of every Big Sugar CD, but Hemivision and 500 Pounds also were there in cassette form.
Now, do you think that's new made cassettes or are they just leftover
No,
cassettes?
well, the 500 Pounds one looked like an original.
But not, well, I mean, they could still make it, but it would still look like the old one.
No, but the case looked like it had been around.
Oh, so it's like yellowing and stuff? I didn't see
like
the case on it.
slightly scratchy, like it had been put in pockets or on shelves a lot.
Well, they're still making cassettes in the States.
Really?
Yep. But there's only one factory that does it.
Interesting.
So the backlog, like if you want something put out on cassette, you have to wait months for it to get done. They have such a backlog. Because people are kind of doing people have been doing the vinyl, like everyone went back as a
but
retro
vinyl
thing.
makes sense.
Vinyl
Cassettes
makes
just
sense.
suck.
They do.
Yeah.
But some people, they'll be the same people who say 8-tracks sound better.
Those people are retarded.
They are.
And their mothers probably drank while they were in the womb. But they did have a record too. I think that was the new one though, the Eliminate Ya record. So that was pretty cool. Great show.
They had weird and interesting stuff from memorabilia too. There was only a couple of shirts.
Yeah.
The hoodie.
They had panties. Did you see that?
$15 or 3 for $40.
Yeah.
I thought that's where I was going with it. I thought that was an interesting choice for Big Sugar. That's something I expect from Poison, Motley Crue.
Yeah, insert hairband name here.
Right. Big Sugar doesn't seem like the band that has panties.
No. But then again,
I'm impressed we've said panties several times and neither of us has laughed
has
yet.
giggled. Yeah, it is the giggle-worthy word. Out of all the concerts I've ever been to, I think that's the first time I've seen panties for sale
Yeah.
with a band logo on them.
Right above the bandanas. It was hard to tell which was which.
Yeah, exactly. At first I couldn't tell what the panties were, but then I saw the sign.
But overall, good show. I do miss...
Oh, yeah, I
Old
definitely
Big-
wanted to bring what you're about to bring up.
Back in the day with Big Sugar, Gordy's hair is a little bit shorter, kind of like shoulder length, but he always kept it slicked back, dress pants, dress shirt, vest, usually a tie.
Yep.
More of a bluesy 50s look to him, I guess. You would
He looked
say.
like a mobster.
That's a good analogy. But that 1950, even Don Draper, only with it slicked straight back and longer.
Yep.
He's got the dirty hippie look, man.
Yeah, for those of you who know what the guitarist for the Tragically Hip looks like, that's what Gordy Johnson looks like now.
Yeah, he's got 2 long braids, like pigtail braids.
Yeah, that's the first time I've seen him in braids. It's normally just long hair.
But
he wears a big reggae hat.
Yeah, took that off at the end just to have the bandana headband on. But
and it's funny because I know he took a break at one point during his career to explore his French background. He even put out a French album or two. But now it looks like he's found out he's part Indian. Or, native Canadian.
I think he's more found out that he's a dirty hippie.
That's true, maybe.
But still an amazing show.
Yep.
He was apparently quite under the weather, they said when they introduced him.
Yep.
Still nailed it, except for one line in Digging a Hole.
No, Digging a Hole, the other guy sounded louder the whole time.
Yeah.
It was Had My Way, wasn't it?
Had My Way, he had to get the crowd to sing.
Yeah.
And he actually mouthed the words, "I can't do this."
Yep.
But everything else was spot on.
Yeah, it was fantastic. And they had this weird reggae guy with them.
Who was phenomenal. I don't even like
fantastic.
reggae music that much.
No, well, I like a lot of Bob Marley stuff, but I mean, that's probably, people would call me a poser for that because, well, whatever. But this guy was pretty damn good.
Yeah, it was enjoyable with his dreadlocks down past his ass.
Yeah, they were quite long, and he was a tiny little white guy. It was weird because on their website, it's Big Sugar featuring reggae legend. This guy.
When he first starts singing by himself, I totally thought it was snow in disguise.
Yeah, that would have been hilarious. Anybody that knows James Big Tall Faulkner,
who does our intros for us?
Yeah, thank you, James, for that. So anybody that knows him, picture him with a beard like the guys on Duck Dynasty, like Phil on Duck Dynasty, and that's what this reggae guy looked like. Except, of course, he was only like 5'8".
Yeah,
not 6'9".
So I guess his dreads aren't really that long because he's that short. On the rest of us, it would just look like normal hair.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, fantastic.
All right, well, that's enough of our evening. Let's bring it to the reason we're all here tonight.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
One more thing. I have a birthday wish.
A birthday wish?
Yeah, for people listening.
Is it that we have more listeners?
Exactly. Spread the word to people we don't know that we can't connect with.
Yeah, just share it.
On Facebook.
Tweet it.
Twitter, whatever. Just share it out. Get people, tell people if they want a laugh. Start with episode 1. There's some good stuff in there.
Yeah, we need
go from there.
We need a little bit more word of mouth.
Yep.
That's
my birthday wish.
I can only post the link so many times.
Yeah.
With so many different reasons you should be watching it this week.
Before it starts to get annoying.
Yeah. We don't want to be annoying.
No.
Well, maybe a little annoying, but not Facebook annoying.
No, not Facebook annoying.
We like to keep our social media down. We want you to do it for us. So
we don't want to be Mafia Wars when it first came out annoying.
Right. We don't want to be Farmville.
Yeah, exactly. That's the other one, Farmville. So yes, that's all I had to say. Now we can get to the reason we're here tonight.
Part 2 of the Moncton trilogy.
Yep.
In reverse order, because we started with the newest. Now's the middle. Next time will be the earliest.
Yep.
So we're gonna go back to. I got to figure out the year. And so we're gonna test my math skills again.
Yeah.
I was 18 when we were there for this story.
Okay.
I'm 35 now.
You are?
So that's 17 years.
It is.
So
I already know the year.
2012 minus 17. So that's like 97?
No.
96.
No.
What is it? What year is it? 2012. Oh, no. This is like 95?
There you go.
There we go. I'm there.
You're an idiot.
It's been a long day, man. It's late. I don't know what possessed us to record this in the middle of the night after a concert and standing.
So we could be lazy tomorrow.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
That's right, because me and the boy are having man night tomorrow night.
Yeah, and I'm just going to...
We're going to watch an advanced copy of Dark Knight Rises, eat donairs, beef jerky, and fart a lot.
Excellent. I'm gonna also eat donairs because Rachel was out today, And I thought, you know what? It's like 4 o'clock. I assume she'll be home in an hour or less. I'll order some pizza and donaires from Randy's. As soon as I hung up the phone and the order was placed, I'm like, she's going to bring dinner home. I know it. So she shows up with McDonald's in hand. Like, damn it.
At least you had 2 healthy choices, either your donaires or McDonald's, you chubby bastard.
Exactly. So pizza and donaires are sitting calmly awaiting to be eaten tomorrow night.
Cold donaires are delicious.
They are, but I'm going to heat mine up. I'm going to refry my beef.
Ooh.
And I got a cup of sauce on the side, so I won't lose any of that stuff, which is fantastic.
God, we get off topic so easily.
I know we do. We like our tangents.
All right, so we're back to Moncton.
Yep.
Circa 1995.
Yes, now that you finally figured that out.
Yeah. It's a long time ago, dude.
It is.
And the only reason I know I was 18 is because part of the story involves me not being 19.
Right.
So, let's start from the beginning. We're going to Moncton to work at a car show.
Yep.
Now, we're going to work at said car show because we work at a racetrack as marshals.
Yep. And for those of you that listened to the story of me shredding my Achilles tendon, you heard the track mentioned before.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know what a marshal does, is they're the safety crew at a racetrack.
Yep. They're generally stationed at every major corner on a racetrack.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you're watching a Formula One race, a car crashes, and you see all the guys in orange run out, that was us.
Yep.
Only it wasn't Formula One because we never bothered to go to Montreal.
No, we didn't.
Which was odd because I went as we heard from the anal fart rape story, I went to Trois Rivières for Indy Lights and stuff.
That's true.
I don't know why I wouldn't have bothered to go to Montreal.
I think, yeah, but you went to Trois Rivières because you had a free drive and a place to stay.
That's true.
Right? Thanks to Walter.
Yeah.
Montreal would have been expensive.
It would have been. But we could have all jammed into a room like we did in this story.
Yeah.
So the main characters, we'll say, in this story are the 2 of us, of course.
Absolutely.
Mr. Fredericks and Mr. Young.
Yep.
We go up.
The reason we're going to the car show, by the way, is
we're to recruit
new people because
in Moncton and the tracks in Shubenacadie. So already we all think this is a stupid idea.
Yep.
But it's paid for.
Yeah, it's completely free. We get to go to Moncton for for Saturday and Sunday.
Yep. And do it's a huge car show. They do it at the Moncton Coliseum, and I mean they've got several pads there. So I mean,
they use both rinks plus whatever free
like
space
the exhibition center and stuff like that. It's I mean it's a massive car show.
Yep. And this is back 17 years ago.
And we'd done the Halifax one, which is quite small in comparison because you've got just the Metro Center ring.
We did no work at Halifax though. We pretty much participated in the pit crew competition, and
which we did
else.
Quite excellent at. We made the finals.
We did.
So we leave for Moncton Saturday morning.
Yep, my car.
Your Dodge Shadow, so the 4 of us in it. It is piss pouring rain.
Absolutely. It was the rain was ridiculous.
So, I mean, again, we're circa 95, so the toll highway is not there.
Nope. It's
all the old highway.
Mm-hmm.
And we hydroplaned the entire way.
Back then it would have been a 3-hour drive, right?
It was three and a half hours of drive of hydroplaning.
Yeah. I literally had no control the entire 3 hours that I drove.
I think we were pretty silent that entire way.
Yeah.
You were concentrating.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't want to fuck up your concentration. A lot of smoking. A lot of concentrating.
And a lot of driving over the double line when there were no other cars around.
Yeah, because that highway is really bad for the ruts.
Yeah.
Which is where we used to live, the ruts.
The ruts. What?
All right. So
starting terrible drive.
So, I mean, the trip is already on a bad foot because besides it being free, we don't want to go.
Not particularly.
And we've just had a terrible drive.
Yep.
We get to the Hotel de Moncton.
Yep. Which we couldn't find at first because I think we pulled into Dieppe first, right?
Maybe. But we finally find the Hotel de Moncton.
Yep.
And we get all our stuff. Our room's under somebody else's name because the Moncton Car Show or somebody's car club has paid for our room.
Yep.
So it's under their name. We get to our room. It's got like 2 single beds in it.
Yep.
There's 4 of us. So it's like, well, we need at least 2 cots.
Yep.
They have no cots.
No, they don't.
And so it's like, well, what do you want us to do? There's 4 of us in this little tiny. I mean, it was the smallest hotel room I've ever been in my life.
I would agree to that, except for mine and Frederick's trip to Montreal. That was the absolute smallest room I've ever been in my life.
Because, I mean, I've been in some small hotel rooms, but, I mean, picture the small hotel room you've been in that has the 2 double beds in it, but it's been shrunk down so proportionally, the 2 single beds fill up the same amount of space. I don't know where we could have put 2 cots in there.
No, it wouldn't have happened.
So we did a little bit of complaining. Not much. I mean, we didn't raise a big stink or anything like that. Immediately, they upgrade us to a suite.
A honeymoon suite, actually.
Like, I mean, without even mentioning, like, just like, what are we going to do? They said, well, we can put you in this suite. No extra cost. Not that we would have cared because we weren't paying for it.
Exactly.
So we get to our new suite, and it's fucking huge.
It's amazing.
It has
biggest hotel room I've ever been in.
Yep. It has a living room.
Yep. And a step up.
A step up into the bedroom. It has 2 giant beds in it.
Yep.
Like, this thing is huge. A huge full bathroom. Like, usually hotel bathrooms, you can barely move around in it.
Mm-hmm.
This was huge. It even had a separate mirror and sink outside of the bathroom for just getting, like, brushing your teeth and getting ready, I guess.
Yep. There's at least 2 or 3 different dressers.
Like, I mean, in the little living room area, had a couch, a couple of, like, a couch, a love seat, and then just, like, a single comfortable chair. I don't know what you call those. Like, I've got one right there beside my couch. I don't know what you call that.
Oh, I think that's a club chair.
A club chair. So we've got enough seating for, like, a party.
Yep. And plus, there was a desk that had a couple of, like, your standard
hotel stuff, yeah.
Wooden desk chair, a couple of those. And I think there was a coffee table.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's definitely a coffee table because the coffee table comes into play later.
It does.
So we're just chilling in the room before we go to the car show. We know some people there. Some of the guys from the track have brought their bikes up.
Yep.
Bill, Mike.
Wild Bill and Mike.
And Skippy.
Skippy. Yeah. I can't remember. Would you remember Skippy's name?
Nope.
Nope.
Because it was always just Skippy. Mm-hmm. And there was somebody else raced on the Superbike Tour from Hammond's Plains.
Oh, Fraser.
Mike Fraser.
No.
Don Fraser.
Don Fraser.
The Frasers are awesome.
Former. You mean the Kawasaki one, right?
No. You're thinking Don Monroe. You're thinking the champion.
Right.
Fraser's right, though.
Oh, it was Jamie Fraser.
Jamie Fraser. That's it.
Yeah.
Frasers are wild. The whole family is fucking nuts. Yep. But that good nuts.
Good nuts. Fun nuts.
Like let's drink and fight nuts. So they're great to be around when they're on your side.
Yeah, if you're friends with them, they're excellent.
Which we were. So
were.
They came up to visit. They'd come up on Friday,
yep.
and they were seriously hung the fuck over.
Yes, they were.
But the good thing was Skippy had a Dairy Queen sponsor, so he always had free Dairy Queen. Yep. So they had their hangover food right there. The boys were quite impressed by our room.
Yes, they were.
They were a little jealous of the room.
Yes, they were.
But they're hungover, so they really don't care. So I think we all kind of headed off together to the show.
Yep.
That morning anyways, because they're recovering. So we get there. We're set up right next to them because at least we're going to have something to do.
Well, yeah, because it was kind of like a whole, let's not just advertise for our group, but let's advertise the racetrack, period.
Yeah, so it's like a whole little AMP.
That's Atlantic Motorsport Park, by the way.
Where we worked.
Yeah.
For free.
Yeah, for free.
So a whole little group, like their 4 bikes, our little tail with our display and stuff.
We had flyers and stuff.
We're up on the...
That I designed in... Wouldn't have been Word Perfect, I think.
Word Perfect, yeah.
With clip art.
Such a good logo.
Yeah.
2 little flags crisscrossing.
Yeah. A blue and a yellow.
So there we are at the car show. I don't know if there's attractive women in Moncton, but if there are, not a single one shows up at a car show.
They do not go to car shows.
Holy God. I mean, neither of us are a prize to look at.
No.
But if you put us on a scale of 1 to 10, in attractiveness with these women, we would be 10s and they would still be 1s.
Yeah.
It was horrendous. If there was a woman who had all of her teeth, I would
You had
be
a winner.
surprised. And we'll get into more of that proving of what the women looked like a little later on in the story.
There was a lot of discussion of Moncton water must be terrible. Like that kind of cliched joke.
There was, I'm pretty sure there was a lot of that.
Yeah.
All right. So we're finally working the car show now.
Yep.
We've realized how ugly everybody is, how rednecky everybody, because the Halifax one wasn't like that at all.
No, it wasn't. Well,
Halifax just had everyone came to it.
Yep.
Moncton's didn't. Moncton had the rednecks come.
Yep. Car freaks
Dynasty.
only. Yeah, Duck Dynasty. Without the beards, though. It was terrible. Really funny, though. But, yeah, so we started to work, you know.
Decided to work in teams of 2. There's no point all 4 of us standing there.
No.
Because then we can't. I mean, we want to see the stuff going on in the show. There's stuff to do. There's another pit crew challenge. There's slot car racing. I mean, there's stuff.
No, it wasn't even slot. Well, yeah, there was slot car, but there was also those things like the giant 2-foot-long NASCARs on that oval track that were remote.
Yep. And then they had remote control car racing as well.
Yeah.
Which we couldn't do because that was a remote control car club doing this.
Yeah,
stuff.
but the NASCAR ones were fun.
Yeah. But there was a ton of stuff to do, so we would work in pairs.
Yeah, because we're talking like probably a 12-hour day.
Oh yeah.
So all 4 of us standing at the booth for 12 hours would have been stupid.
When there's only 2 chairs.
Yeah.
So
Although we did for the first little while, I think all 4 of us stayed.
Yeah, 'cause we were
and a
just
couple of
there.
us sat on the bikes.
Well, that comes on Sunday.
Oh, does it? All right.
Yeah, there's a good story about that. So I think the pairs were you and Jeff.
Yes,
and
they
then
were.
Me and Young.
Absolutely.
That was great.
Yep.
Because Young's the most fun person in the world to spend time with. The guy is a barrel of laughs all the fucking time. Not that we don't love him. He just is dry. Very, very dry. And not that British funny dry.
Not John Cleese dry.
Just dry. So I think we went exploring first, him and I. And my dad's up there. We went and visited him because he was working at the Chrome place at the time.
Yep, that's right. And they were there advertising.
Yep. So we went over, visited him, went and did some of the shit. I think we would do it in
I think that's one of the first times I truly met your dad.
I think so too. I think we did it in 1 hour increments.
Yeah, 1 or 2.
2 hours seems like it was too long. I'm thinking it was an hour.
Yeah, could be.
So we kind of switched off. I mean, when you're sitting in the booth, there's no one to talk to.
We were in a really bad spot too.
But you wouldn't think we were because we were overlooking the main floor.
Yeah, but we were back in a corner over the main floor. We weren't right on the edge looking down at the floor.
Yeah. So I mean, it was a lot of time spent talking to each other and Mike, Bill, Skippy, and Janie.
Yep.
I mean, that's all we had to do was talk to each other.
Yep.
Mike and Bill, I think actually maybe all 4 of them decided. I mean, it's a car show, so there's calendar girls. I mean, that's a staple of anything like that, isn't it? I would say.
Well, it was in the past. I mean, who's to say these days? But it was, yeah, absolutely.
So they decide. They bring up a calendar, and I think they even said to us, "What do you guys think if we get these girls to pose on our bikes for sponsors?"
Yeah.
And we look at the calendar. It's like, fuck yeah, go for it, man. They're good looking.
Mm-hmm.
Your sponsors are going to love it. Because, I mean, this is back in the car mag day when car magazines, I think, were mostly pretty much just chicks bent over cars, weren't they?
Yeah, in small bikinis.
Yeah. So they go talk to the manager or the owner of the calendar or whatever you want to call them to arrange it. And, of course, the guy says yes because, I mean, that's just money or promotion for him.
Free promotions for everybody, really.
So the girls come up.
Yes, they did.
Oh, my God.
He won't help you now.
I think God's going to sit this one out, sir.
Yeah, I believe so.
Because they were fucking horrendous.
Yep.
They were so airbrushed. I mean, I know airbrushing happens for calendars and modeling and stuff like that.
Yep.
But these girls were airbrushed out of existence, and 2 beautiful women appeared. Because the 2 ugly ones that came over,
they didn't even rate a 1 on the 1 to 10 scale.
they were down with all the other Moncton women. that were at that show. I'm sure there's many attractive Moncton women.
Yep.
I don't know if I know any women from Moncton, so I don't know who's
I don't know if I
ass
know
or-
anybody from Moncton.
I know a couple of guys from Moncton, but I don't. So I don't think I'm offending anyone I know by saying ugly women. But the women at this car show were ugly,
And too bad if you
and these models were ugly as well.
Yep.
I believe, I can't remember who it was. One of them didn't want them on their bike.
Yeah, that seems like a Bill.
Yeah,
Bill and Mike, maybe.
I think Bill and Mike said no
Yeah.
after they got up there.
Yeah, I could see that.
Or I don't even know if it happened at all because they were unfucking impressed when the girls got up there.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty funny, actually, how disappointed they were.
We're all horrified by this.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the ugly model portion.
Mm-hmm.
Models come up, guys refuse to let the girls on their bikes.
Yeah. That was
I think they were
funny.
worried about STDs. They were so skanky looking.
And you have to understand that
This is 95 skanky too.
two of the guys were probably quite the ladies' hounds to boot. Bill and Skippy.
Jamie, what do you think?
Yeah, but Jamie was probably a lady hound, but speaking strictly from a male point of view, out of the four of them, Bill was the attractive guy.
Yeah,
That would
he was the boy next door looking guy.
him and Skippy would be the two that would go to the palace to troll for booty.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. So
So we're continuing to do our little 1 hour on, 1 hour off.
yeah, we're taking turns.
While me and Young are out, my dad comes over and buys you two assholes lunch.
Yeah, it was awesome. He's like, "Where's Adam?" I don't know. He's out on the floor somewhere. You guys want lunch? Yes.
So they get a nice free lunch because
Cheeseburgers, fries.
we still had to pay for our own food on this trip and
Yeah.
stuff. So we all have, whatever money we have for that.
Probably $20 each.
No, we had more than that because
Oh yeah, well that's
we had
true.
a lot more than
That's
that.
true. That's true.
So Young and I finally eventually get lunch from my father.
Yeah, it was funny. They come back. Hey, your dad bought us lunch. What?
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
We decide we need to drink that night. This has been decided at one point.
Yeah,
But there's a
I would
hitch.
say early afternoon.
Early afternoon. It is early afternoon but there's only one hitch. As we've already discussed, I'm 18.
Yep.
So we don't want to go to a bar just to be thrown out.
Or even maybe not even get in.
Right. It
Yeah.
just seems like a waste of time.
Yep.
So we decide, we'll get a bottle of Crown Royal.
I don't think it was Crown.
It is Crown because this is the second story.
It's true, but
We
I have
may
just-
not have been able to afford
okay,
Crown.
Crown may have been attached, but I know specifically two others that made a trip as well. Definitely one.
Nothing made the trip. Everything was
No, but it were procured.
But I think the original plan was to go get a bottle of Crown. We'll sit in the hotel room, have a few drinks
Yep.
because we can't go out with the rest of them. Well, you guys could have. And
I
I
could have.
think I told you. No, I'm the only one who's 18 at this point.
Yeah.
If I'm 18, everyone else is over 19
Yeah, I suppose.
because I was a year younger than everybody and a couple years younger than you.
Yeah.
But I think at one point I said, well, why don't you guys just go out? Whatever. I'll just stay at the hotel, watch TV, whatever.
Yeah.
But you guys didn't want to ditch me, which is mighty
Mad love.
mad love of you.
Yeah.
Props. Pour one out for my homies.
Yeah.
So you and Jeff, on your break,
Yeah. We pooled some money.
decide to go get our liquor, some mix, and come back.
Yeah.
3 hours later,
Yeah. It was fun. We just drove around for a while. To be fair, for quite a while we couldn't find a liquor store.
oh no, that's understandable that you couldn't find a liquor store. They finally come back, and me and Young are fucking livid.
Yeah, they're pretty pissed. It was
Like,
funny.
I'm pretty sure from across the room when you saw us, you guys kind of whispered to each other. It's like you could see how pissed we were.
Yeah.
Your first words are, "We know you're angry, but look what we got."
Yeah.
There's a bottle of O'Darby's.
Yep. We went a little cheaper. We didn't buy the recognizable name brand of everything. So, for example, O'Darby's is basically
Bailey's.
cheap Bailey's, for those of you who don't know.
We didn't get Crown. We got some other type of whiskey.
I'm pretty sure, I don't think there was.
I mean, you couldn't find Crown or something stupid.
I'm pretty sure.
This was before Crown Royal was everywhere.
We got a big bottle of Palm Breeze. I think Bacardi made Palm Breeze. It was like an amber rum, like a light-colored rum.
Something like that.
Not a clear rum, but...
But there's also a small bottle of whiskey in there somewhere.
Yeah, there were 3...
Oh, no, there is a little bottle of Crown Royal.
There was at least 3 bottles of liquor. The O'Darby's, I'm pretty sure,
The
Bacardi,
big Palm Breeze, and then a little bottle of Crown, which is enough for each to have a taste.
Yep.
Plus, you guys have like bags of chips and mix and fruité.
And fruité.
Fruité is...
Fruit punch fruité.
Is... You can't call it juice. It's like a fruit punch drink. It's like that Baxter stuff.
It's not as low class as Scotsburn, though, that you can buy at Needs. It's like a fancy
We drank a lot
juice.
of that Scotsburn stuff.
We did.
It's just sugar.
Yeah. It literally is colored water that has a lot of sugar in it.
Fruité will come into the story again later.
Yeah.
So I just figured I'd plant the seeds. Now everyone's going to be like, where's Fruité come back into this story?
Well, what the hell does fruité have to do
What's
with
going to
it?
happen here? So seeing the amount of stuff you have definitely eases the pain of being stuck there for 3 hours with nothing to do.
Yeah, I'm going to be a good drunk later. Let's put it that way.
So that's pretty much all of our money gone.
Almost.
We had enough to go to McDonald's.
Yes, we did.
You know how hard it is to order McDonald's in Moncton when none of you speak French? It was quite difficult.
Yep.
And we tried to convince the cute McDonald's girl to
The first attractive person we had seen in Moncton.
for her and her friends to come back to the hotel with us when they were off work.
Yep.
It seemed like it might have been starting to work, and then we just got bored with the idea.
And left. Yeah.
Which we have a tendency to do.
Yeah.
Just when something's about to happen, it's like, yeah, I'm already over it.
Yep.
Let's move on.
It could have been a more interesting night than it turned out to be, but as you said, we get distracted
It's
and
the
bored.
it's
easily.
the ADD. Like it's like you guys
Before it was cool to have ADD.
before there was pills for it. It's like anyone who's ever drank with me knows I like to hear the chorus or hear the verse, the first chorus, and then I'm on to the next fucking song.
Yeah.
Used to drive Tracy crazy because I would not play a full song. Like once I hear the chorus in the first verse, the hook's done. I'm on to the next thing.
Yeah.
Like I don't need to listen to the whole song.
Yeah, you already know the chorus is coming up again.
Yeah. All right, so we get back to our hotel room. We've got our McDonald's. We eat our McDonald's in our big honeymoon suite
Yep.
at the Hotel de Moncton.
Hotel de Moncton. Now, keep in mind that did we bring a hot plate?
We brought a hot plate.
Yeah, because there was a pot involved.
Yes.
Specifically, I remember the pot.
Yes.
I think we were going to make KD in it, weren't we?
that was the plan to
was the
keep the
plan.
cost down of our trip.
Yeah.
Jeff brought a hot plate. We brought a pot. We brought some craft
You
dinner.
brought the pot.
I brought a pot.
Yep.
And we brought some craft dinner. Or we were going to buy some craft dinner. I don't know if we were going to buy it or if we brought it, how that was going to work.
It doesn't matter.
But we were just, going to save on money, which we didn't because we went and spent it all on booze.
Yep.
And went way over the budget.
And McDonald's.
Way over the budget we had planned for the weekend.
I believe some of the money wasn't ours.
I'm having that thought too.
It just occurred to me that I'm pretty sure out of the ARCA budget,
We went into the ARCA budget.
we were given money to pay for some dinner or something.
Yeah, and we used it all on alcohol instead. Which sounds like something that a bunch of guys who at most you're 21
Yeah, 20, maybe 22, but yeah, so 22 and younger.
are on a weekend away. What else are they going to do?
Yeah. Not drink?
All right.
I don't think so.
So we've eaten our
We're
McDonald's.
not Mormons.
Yeah. So we've eaten our McDonald's.
Yep.
It's now dark out.
Yes, it is.
The drinking begins.
Time to drink. And did we get a movie early on?
No, the movie happened at the end.
Okay.
So we start drinking,
Yeah.
and we start drinking a lot.
I believe we started with the O'Darby's, didn't we?
We did.
Yeah.
And
So imagine that. I mean,
like you've been,
Bailey's, well, O'Darby's isn't a drink that a smart person gets drunk on.
No, my God. And you got to think how long we've been awake because I mean we've had to make a 3.5 hour drive up there to get there in the morning.
Yep. And
So
then
we left at like 5, a.m. maybe. So we've been up, and we probably drank the night before going because we're stupid like that.
There's a possibility.
So we're exhausted and drinking now.
Yeah.
Now, this was back when you could smoke in hotel rooms.
Yeah. Lucky for us.
But I don't know if we actually had an ashtray in our room or not.
I don't think we did.
Because you know what became the ashtray? The pot.
The pot.
With a little bit of O'Darby's in the bottom of it.
I can picture it now. And every time, of course, the more butts that went in, a little more, I think O'Darby's made it in. Because
it was disgusting. O'Darby's was gross.
You had to keep it moist.
I mean, the pot was disgusting with the cigarette butts and O'Darby's, but O'Darby's itself was disgusting. It was like, it was welfare Bailey's.
Yep.
But more vodka-y tasting, I guess.
Yeah, more alcohol taste than Bailey's. For sure.
So, I don't know why we didn't start with the Crown, but I'm pretty sure we all bought supersized McDonald's, and we're drinking our alcohol out of those wax fucking McDonald's cups.
Yep.
So we're mixing supersized drinks every time we drink.
Yeah.
I don't know if the O'Darby's, I think we might have used the water glasses in the room because
No.
Because I know they get used for whiskey later.
Yes.
So what do we just drink the O'Darby's out of the bottle?
We might have. Or maybe we got extra hotel glasses because I remember two of us specifically using hotel glasses for something later.
Yes. All right. So once you start using a pot as an ashtray, you're beyond the point of return for a night of drinking.
Mm-hmm. And at this point, we're into the Palm Breeze.
Yeah. Which we're
mixing it with fruité, among other things. In the big, giant McDonald's cups. Yep.
So, at this point, we're very, very drunk.
Yes. All four of us.
But we keep drinking.
Yep.
At one point, you and Mr. Fredericks decide to see if you can each chug a full water glass of whiskey.
Yep.
Now, since we only bought a small bottle of Crown Royal, this means me and Mr. Young foregoing our drink from this little bottle of Crown Royal.
Yep.
When we say a little bottle, we mean a pint.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, we're not talking about little spark plugs. We're talking
not like the $3 shots.
So in your water glass each, you have half a pint of whiskey.
Full to the brim.
No mix, no ice, nothing.
Not a thing.
You're both pretty sure it's going to make you vomit.
Yes.
Well, we don't want, and we're all pretty sure neither of you would make it to the bathroom, to the tub, or the toilet to puke.
Plus, if both of us were involved, that would have been
just a mess.
That would have been a sticky situation.
So what we do is we open our hotel room door.
Yes.
We make a path. We move all the furniture out of the way from the couch to the door. Yep. So after you guys do it, and if you have to puke, you can run outside.
And keeping in mind that we were on the second floor as well, so we would have been puking over a balcony.
Yes. There's a second water glass each, filled with fruité as a chaser.
Because like you need a chaser after drinking half a pint in one jug. So I think you're past the point of needing a chaser at that point.
But we thought at the time you might need the chaser. Yeah. So up go the glasses, down goes the whiskey. Both of you are instantly outside.
Yep. Jeff before me. Jeff was on his way outside while he was drinking.
Yeah, he was really worried it was going to make him puke.
Yeah.
And we were all worried it was going to make you puke because oh my God, the sounds you make when you're vomiting they're undescribable.
They really are.
It's
you try and imagine the sound a horse or like a potbelly pig would make if an elephant was raping it.
See, I was gonna say it probably. The only way you could make that sound without actually puking was if you had a mouthful of donkey cock and it had just spooged in your mouth. That's how, Like,
Speaking from personal experience, are you?
you live a 10 to 15 minute walk from me.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure when you get sick at home, I can hear it here.
There's a good chance.
Like, I've lived
It
with
probably puts the guys at the fire station on alert.
Like, I'm surprised there's not an air raid siren every time you puke. And
should be.
I've lived through it a couple of times.
Yeah. You usually leave the room or leave
I have
the house,
to.
though.
It makes me so nauseous to hear you getting sick that I have to leave the room.
Yeah.
Thinking about hearing you get sick makes me nauseous.
Yeah.
It's such a god awful sound.
Yeah.
So,
You'd think I was dying,
oh,
literally.
you would. Oh, I just stuttered. It's so horrible.
Yeah.
So you both make it outside pretty quickly after drinking this whiskey. Nobody bothers with the fruité chaser.
No.
Lots of that deep breathing when you're drinking. Everyone knows that deep breathing.
Yeah.
Just, it's like I'm going to get
is it
sick, but
coming?
I don't want to.
Is it
I don't want to
coming?
get sick.
Is it coming?
Neither of you puked.
No. It's amazing.
Like, it's fucking phenomenal.
Because, I mean, don't forget, we had O'Darby's. The Palm Breeze was a 40.
Yeah.
So we're talking like a quart and a 40 of booze.
The Palm Breeze isn't gone at this point yet because there's still more drinking to be done.
It's true. But still, there was a lot
Yeah.
had before this.
So that goes on for a while, us hanging around on the balcony. It's not a balcony. It's because the Hotel de Moncton's more of a motel because all the entrances
It was
are
a
outside.
balcony that ran the entire
Yeah,
length.
so it's really a
That's how
motel.
you got to the second floor room.
Why isn't it the Motel de Moncton then?
Eh.
Anyway,
They were in the process of renovating a lot of it.
that's why we had such a shitty room to begin with, I think.
And that's why we got the suite at no charge, was because it wasn't renovated yet and hadn't been started.
So a lot of time spent out there after this whiskey because, I mean, there's a good, I think, half hour where you guys still think there could be vomit involved.
Yeah.
So we move the drinking outside until we're told to go inside by a phone call, I believe. I believe we're told to go inside at some point.
Yeah, I think so.
Just to rewind a little bit, when we do open the door to get everything ready, the cloud of smoke that pours out into the
It's like a Cheech and Chong
oh
van.
my god! Only it's just cigarette smoke.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah, because none of us back then were recreational smokers. You might have been.
I was.
And I think I had dabbled a few times by then. But, yeah, so lots and lots of cigarette smoke.
Yes, because we learned if you blew smoke into the glass of alcohol with ice in it, the smoke hovered. Because we had
It
cigars
stayed.
too.
That's right.
You blow the cigar smoke in, the smoke hovers, and then you can inhale it again.
Yeah, it was weird.
We did that all fucking night, and that probably
That's because
didn't
we're nerds.
that
Drinking
probably didn't
nerds.
help at
No.
all. Sucking in the secondhand smoke over and over again
Probably not.
with how everybody felt. So it's now the middle of the night. We were all very, very drunk.
Loaded.
We decide to rent a movie.
Yeah.
Now this is pre just picking it on the screen and it plays.
Yeah.
We
This was
had to
not like
go
DVR.
down to
Yeah,
the
at least
reception
Two of us went, I think.
to either tell them to send it to the room or to send actual. We didn't like. It's not like they sent an actual video cassette back, but they just
Didn't they?
did. They send the VCR and a
Or
fucking
was the
tape.
VCR already there and we went and we got the tape? Anyway, we got a movie. Let's put it that way.
We got Bad Boys
We did get Bad
because
Boys.
I hadn't seen Bad Boys yet, so we decided that I had to see Bad Boys.
Yeah, it was a fantastic movie. It still is.
But we're really drunk, and there's a lot of debates like, are we going to stay up for it? Are we going to bother? Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So we just get it anyways. At this point, I am the drunkest I've ever been in my entire life.
I think the water glass of whiskey alone made me the drunkest I've ever been in my life.
I'm only 18, so I don't have that much drinking experience. I mean,
No.
I've got a couple years of drinking. But from that night up until November 17th, 2001, I had never been drunker.
Never topped it. Yep.
So, I mean, I only was drunker one more time in my life. which we're not going to get into tonight.
No.
Because we still got more to this story to go. And not very much time to do it in.
Yeah.
This might be a two-parter,
There you
this
go.
story. We might have to end this before we even get... Well, we can quickly go through the last day. So I'm the drunkest I've ever been. We start to watch Bad Boys, and we decide it's just bedtime.
Yep.
I'm in, what we call them, club chairs?
Yeah. Chair and a half.
Chair and a half. I'm in one of those with my feet up on an ottoman. I can't move.
Yeah.
Like
we got a cot though, right?
No. There was a fold-out bed. Like couch folded out.
Right, because I was by myself.
No, the love seat folded out. So it was like a single bed.
Yeah. I was by myself. I remember that.
So...
Because I refused to share.
Right, because you're a dick. Mm-hmm. So I can't move. Now, Jeff can't see. He's that drunk.
Yeah.
Jeff unfolds the pull-out bed, gets it ready, helps me from the chair to the bed, and tucks me in.
Yeah.
I'm that drunk that I need to be tucked in.
Yeah.
But before that happens, I don't know if you remember this. Those Heritage commercials were big at this time.
Oh, yeah.
And they were building a Nook Shook, so now that the people will know we were here.
Yes.
We built in a Nook Shook in the room out of chairs and tables.
Yep, the coffee table, the desk chairs.
It was high.
Yeah, it was at least my height.
Yeah, like we were.
So
we,
that's like
we,
that's like
we were
5'10".
rock star drunk.
Yeah.
We were doing hotel rock star trashing things at this point. So, anyways, I'm tucked in. I go to sleep. Wow.
I went to sleep. I took a bed to myself because I'm an asshole.
We all went to sleep.
Yeah.
We all wake up in the morning, not necessarily hungover, still drunk.
Maybe a little rough around the edges.
Maybe still drunk, groggy. But I mean, no one's getting sick or anything like that. I mean, we have breakfast, all the normal stuff you do in the morning. Mm-hmm. We go finish off a miserable day at the car show where we're basically down each other's throats all fucking day.
Yep.
But when we get to the car show, Mike and all the bike guys aren't there yet.
No, because they were drinking as well.
And
I
got in
they
a fight.
stopped by the room at some
They
point.
got in a no. Did they get in a fight the night we weren't there or the Saturday night? One night they got in a fight in a bar. They got in a bar fight one night.
Yeah.
But so they were out drinking anyways. Went to a bar. They weren't there yet. So we decide, well, let's sit on their bikes and pretend they're ours.
Yeah.
So you've got 4 hungover, tired guys sitting on bikes as the 4 tired, hungover, angry bikers come.
Yeah.
It's like, and they look at us like, what the fuck are you guys doing? It's like, we wanted to try to pick up chicks. They weren't mad at us or anything. We just got caught red fucking handed.
Oh, yeah.
So the rest of the day, we're pretty groggy at each other's throats. And then we drive home after another 12-hour day.
Yeah.
Of bullshit, because that day's even longer because you have to stay for all the stupid awards they do. You're not allowed to pack up your booth and leave until all that stuff's done.
Yeah, it was pretty
They
stupid.
even tried to stick us on security so people couldn't leave through the doors.
Yeah.
And that's when Jamie and them came with their bikes and said, just Adam, get the fuck out of the way. It's like,
Yeah.
whatever, guys. See ya.
Yeah, they were super done as well.
Like, I'm not stopping you. They're not paying
they probably
me to be
hated each
security.
other as much as we hated each other.
And we fought a lot in the car on the ride home, I think. We yelled at each other a lot. Every little thing would start a pissed off pissing contest.
Yeah.
It's like, you think that? You think the sky's blue? Well, it's red, motherfucker.
Fucking green.
Like, screw you.
Yeah.
I don't have time for
If
this.
there was a table between us, I'd flip it.
You're lucky I don't come across this car and smash you in the face.
Yeah.
But the bottle of Fruité that we mentioned earlier.
Yeah. There was still about half of it left, I'd say. Maybe a third to a half, somewhere in between that
came
area.
home with us because we needed the leftover chips and stuff to snack on for the day and in the car.
Yep.
The bottle of Fruité ended up in your closet.
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Where did it end up first?
Bottom drawer of my dresser.
Bottom drawer of your dresser.
Which was it was a 6-drawer dresser, so maybe 3 of them actually had clothes. The rest I just put the shit I hoarded. You know?
Oh my God.
books. And,
Like, your room then looks like my room now, and my room's being used as storage
Yeah.
because I rent out my basement.
exactly.
Like, that's how bad you couldn't. There was no carpet in your room. It was at least clothes, paper. Like, I mean, there was carpet underneath everything.
Oh, yeah.
But you couldn't see it.
No.
Like, your bed actually seemed shorter.
And there was a couch. There was a couch in my room.
covered with stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you couldn't see floor. Your mattress was 2 or 3 inches smaller because of all the stuff piled up.
Yeah.
Like, it was crazy. You were worse than me, I think, back then.
Yeah.
But that fruité stayed there for several years.
It did.
And every year, we would open it and smell it.
Yep. Every year.
Now, you would think it would have gone moldy. Never did.
And that's just simply because the amount of sugar in it alone.
Yeah. It never went moldy. It never stank.
Nope. What happened was
We wanted to turn it into wine.
some juice or juice byproducts settle.
Yeah.
Like a thickness grows on the bottom. And that happened to the fruité, but if you shook it, it went away.
Yeah. And it got sweeter smelling
Yeah.
to the point where we almost considered drinking it or
Well,
taking
that
a
was
sip.
the challenge. That was the challenge every year. Smell it. Who's going to drink it?
Yeah.
You drink it. You drink it, asshole.
Yeah, no one ever drank it.
And then we tap it and stick it back in the drawer.
And eventually it made it to the closet.
Yeah.
And every year it would get pulled out. It's like, or maybe several times a year. The drunker we got, it came out to the table. It's come out to the table several times with shot glasses.
Yeah.
But we never made it to that. We figured you would be the one to do it because you were the most likely to survive it.
Well, I did. I mean, back then, well, even still to this day, I had an iron stomach.
Yeah, speaking of iron stomachs, you had that cast iron skillet where you thought you were British, and every bit of fat you ever cooked with got left in it, so you could cook with it again the next time.
And I was also fond of drinking a couple of sips of Tim Hortons coffee and then forgetting about it and reheating it the next day.
Yeah, and pulling a skim off of it.
Yeah.
You sick bastard. So we figured if anyone could survive a fruité shot, it would have been you.
That was like 6 years old.
Yeah. But I mean, that pretty much ends the Moncton Adventure. I mean, Sunday's pretty abbreviated because we ran out of time, but it's not enough. Sunday's not enough for a full episode because, I mean, really all it is us arguing and sitting
Yeah,
on
it
the
was
bikes.
really the drinking the night before.
In the
fruité
Inukshuk,
just-
we left the pot too. We left the pot full of cigarette
Adam
butts.
did not want the pot because of how disgusting it looked.
Yeah. It's like, fuck it, leave it.
Yeah, I believe it was right beside the Inukshuk of hotel furniture.
Yeah. I feel
Not quite
so,
part of it
I feel so bad
because it was your mom's pot.
for the housekeeper who had to clean it.
Oh,
It was a
yeah.
Paderno pot too.
Oh yeah.
Like one of the good Paderno pots, not the cheap knockoff Paderno stuff they sell at like Sobeys and Superstore.
Yeah.
Like the real good, last forever Paderno pots.
Yeah. Well, it certainly wouldn't have lasted forever after we were done with it.
No.
The fruité, by the way, on a side note, I don't think got thrown out until me and Rachel bought our house.
I didn't think it made it to Frederick Street.
Oh no, it made it to
Did
Frederick
it?
Street.
Oh.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't remember it.
because
I don't remember it beyond Rutledge.
when I switched to the what I would call the back room,
Yep.
um,
Because I took over the front room.
the dresser was like when you walked in the door and looked directly at the wall and slightly left. That's where my dresser was, and it was still in there at that point.
Ew.
Yep. So, yeah, I almost packed it and took it to Millwood when we moved.
Oh, you totally should have. I mean,
Yeah, I almost did. I even looked at Rachel and said I should take this,
when something goes on that long,
but I threw it out.
yeah, the
If
better.
I brought it, you know what? I'd still have it out.
You would. You have everything still. You're a way worse hoarder than me. All right. So that brings us to the end of part 2 of the Moncton Epic Adventures. Oh, I
Yep.
said epic. Ugh.
You did. You're a hipster douche.
Pretty soon people are going to be poning me.
Noob.
You can follow us on Twitter at FairlyOddCast.
And on Facebook at facebook.com/FairlyOddCast.
All right. See you next week.
Later.